Hey guys, Ovilee May with ESPN Esports, and I'm here with Nick Inero Smith, the head coach for Golden Guardians. And I kind of want to bring up all these roster moves that's happening on your team. We have Hanser announced in the top lane. You guys are bringing in Ovilee. And actually, before we kind of get into those changes, I want to ask about keeping the two core members, Contracts and Deftly. Why keep those two guys?
I was really impressed by Contracts and Deftly. I know performance-wise, the team didn't do really great at all last year, but the mentality those guys had and then the performances they were still providing in scrims, and it wasn't necessarily translating to stage, but I know that's something that with the right team around them can definitely translate. It's definitely something I want to see go forward. You
had Hanser coming in the top lane from TSM, so tell me a little bit about bringing him onto the team and what you think he's going to add.
Actually, our whole scouting process for offseason is really a lot of analytics-based stuff. I'm tracking a little bit of different metrics than Riot are providing, using everything essentially from Oracle's Elixir and everything else pulled from professional games. When I'm looking at that, there's a lot of players that really pop out, and that's usually who we chose to go after. Hanser, he's domestic. That's obviously a huge plus. To have a domestic top laner right now in North America is great. There's stacked top pool,
Yeah.
You have Someday, Flame, Huni, there's tons of top laners, and it's really tough to compete in. So when you have guys like Licorice, have guys like Hanser, it's super valuable because it opens up import slots and other roles, which ultimately is what happened with us to lead into Ovilee. Having that was really great, and I was really happy that that whole opportunity opened up for us. It wasn't something that we expected necessarily, but we did plan for it, that if it happened, we were ready to move on it. So sure enough, it opened up, and we moved as fast as we could for that.
So I think it's interesting that you mentioned analytics to build a team, because that was basically what Clutch Gaming was built upon for the start of their split, where they're like, we're using all the analytics, we're using math statistics here and here. And it kind of worked out for them in the spring split, and then it kind of teetered off towards the end of the year. So do you think that would happen, or you're just coming in as a coach god and you can lead them?
It's actually what I did on Equifox as well. It was much more basic than what I got to do here. Now, thankfully, coming into Golden Guardians, we have all the resources of the Golden State Warriors behind us too. So I got to do a little bit more and to kind of create my own metrics with things rather than using what Riot's providing. It helped us, get some better reads on people, and helped us target players maybe we weren't looking at as hard before looking at it. So I really feel like what we're doing here is a really good benefit to us. It's a good advantage to have over people. Obviously I can't say that it's gonna end up working out perfect and we got some super Moneyball team, that doesn't exist yet. Doing that type of thing, it definitely isn't there. It's definitely a really good advantage we have, and I know that as long as I'm doing my job correctly with the guys we have together, we made sure to check their personalities as well, check out that they're actually good people, and we feel really confident that we've got the right set of guys together to make it work.
You actually created what I think is going to be one of my favorite new bot lane duos, Deftly and Ovilee. I think it's amazing because there's so many times where Deftly has said, oh, well, Doublelift has always been kind of my AD carry hero. He's kind of who I aspire to play like. And you have Ovilee coming from just playing with Doublelift, and Doublelift bot support synergies are always a little on edge with the relationship. So that bot lane is going to be super exciting for me. What do you think about it?
I'm really excited for it too. Last time Ovilee was with a younger AD carry with Cody's son. They did great. They showed really good performances, and I think it was really good for Cody at that time to have someone with experience like Ovilee and who was performing like Ovilee did to kind of help guide him. That's kind of the role Ovilee wants to have too. That's something he was pretty vocal about coming in, that he wanted to help a younger guy get better. He wanted to be this kind of mentor figure for him and to kind of help guide him into the AD carry that he wants to play with. I think combining those two is really great, because I know Deftly also wants someone who's kind of teaching him that and is kind of there to help him become better and that he can get along with. He had that in Matt. I personally think they outperformed people's expectations of them. On the analytics side as well, they were definitely performing better than a lot of people I think were giving them credit for. And even though their team didn't do great that split, they still did well individually, and I think this is gonna just do even more to help Deftly out.
The one addition to the roster that not a lot of people are talking about is you. You kind of came in towards the end of summer split though with Golden Guardians when they were kind of in that rut, but for you personally coming in as a coach, what are your true goals for this team, and what do you think you can really work with them to accomplish?
My expectations are obviously really high. I want to win it all, and I know everyone has that same goal, but ultimately I want us to be the best possible team that we can be. Even if it isn't, championship winning roster at first, as long as everyone's happy with their their development, their progress, and their performance as a team, I'm really happy with my job. And I want to make sure that I'm pushing these guys as much as possible, and I have really high expectations on myself for that. Coming in with the management, with Danon obviously as our GM, I have a lot of faith that with all of us on the same page, actually, trying to push the same type of culture, same type of environment onto the players and onto our team overall. I think that's super underrated, and that's something that a lot of coaches really want to have and don't necessarily have on other teams. And I'm really happy that I could find that. That's what I was looking for as a coach. So it's kind of like a dream come true for me. I know people kind of joked on the whole, like, I left Echo Fox and now I'm going to a 10th place team. And they don't really see the stuff behind there. Like, what Golden Guardians provides as an organization with the Golden State Warriors is super insane. Like, it's so great. There's so much there that I can use to improve as a coach, and that I'm definitely going to make the most of. And hopefully that shows with their team as well.
I'm personally hoping to see all the hard work pay off for next year, so fingers crossed for Golden Guardians. Inero, thank you so much again for joining us. And that's it for us here, everyone. I'm Ovilee May with ESPN Esports.